This weekend we're in Bryce Canyon National Park, and let me tell you, this place is amazing. It's the 9th smallest national park, but it has some of the most impressive views you'll find. Come with us as we check out all the hoodoos you can see. We'll catch you there. As we leave Zion National Park to head to Bryce Canyon, we're taking one of the most scenic drives we've been on yet. It starts with sweeping fields before transitioning to the red rocks of Dixie National Forest. The food options are pretty limited inside the park, so I suggest stopping for a quick bite to eat at Ruby's. It's a combination of restaurant and grocery store that'll get you set up for your stay in the park. The food was pretty good, especially by national park standards. With that, we're just a short drive to the park.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like most national parks, the visitor center is just inside the park entrance. I'm not sure if it was just the day, but parking here was much easier than at other nearby national parks. The visitor center was really well stocked with things you need and things you didn't know you needed. It's definitely worth the time to stop and check it all out. So we're just here from Zion National Park that is, and it is a totally different experience here. Over at Zion, you're at the bottom of the canyon looking up the whole time, pretty much. You know, if you do a hike, you're going up. Up here at Bryce Canyon, you're at the top where the lodge and everything's at the top, and you actually hike down into the canyon. So it's a totally different experience and feel. When you add in the elevation difference, Zion is at about, the highest point is like 5,500 feet maybe 5,700 feet, something like that. Here in Bryce Canyon, it's 9,000 feet. So that's actually where we're off to now, the highest point in the park. I believe it's just down the scenic drive that we're on now to Rainbow Point. So this road is pretty crazy. It feels like it's going uphill, like at like 20 degrees. The car's put it uphill like for the past 5-6 miles, and we just keep going up. And every now and then you get just this glimpse of the canyon through the trees. We can't wait to get to the first overlook. It's truly breathtaking. So if you're going to Rainbow Point, you gotta stop and see the natural bridge on the way, right? And there it is. It didn't even take a hike to get to it. This really is one of the most car-friendly parks we've visited. You could have a great experience here without hiking at all. Stick with us as we explore some of the amazing views on the way to the top, Rainbow Point. So the arch, that was awesome. Let's keep on our way to Rainbow Point. It should be not too much farther ahead. Traveling through this park almost feels like you're entering a PBS special from back in the day. It's early April, and I've got to say that it's still a touch chilly when you're above 9,000 feet. At least for those of us from Florida, anyway. The building at the top feels more like a weather shelter than anything. I'd probably want to avoid coming here on a day that you'd need it, though. That's right, we made it to Rainbow Point. Gotta tell you, it is one heck of a view. Should we take another selfie? pretty amazing. Since we're up here above 9,000 feet, maybe we ought to do a hike, huh? There's the Bristlecone Loop Trail just right here, so I think we're going to start on it. It's got a couple hundred feet of elevation change, so we're from Florida. We'll see how it goes. We're going to head down it a little bit. Let's go check it out. What trails do you get to go on where you get to look at this? Kristen and I just can't get over just how far up we are and how far you can see. The sneaky thing about a trail like this is it's all downhill going out. So you go, oh, maybe it's not too bad. And then it's all back uphill. So you can't pass a bench like this and not take a selfie, right? So they say the trail can get icy in the winter when the trail is open. So if you're doing it, check the trail conditions at the lodge or one of the visitor centers, and it'll tell you if you need microspikes or not. Microspikes being, you know, the spikes you attach to your shoes so that you don't slip in the ice and snow. That said, we prefer hiking in non-snowy conditions. Looks like they put a rest area in. If you hike at least 3 miles and have a selfie with at least 3 of these symbols, you can collect a special I Hiked the Hoodoos award from the Visitor Center. I'm going to say it's a little hard coming out, but maybe not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Looks like we're on the final stretch. We're almost back. And just like that, we made it back to the trailhead, and we've completed our first hike above 9,000 feet. Let me tell you, this trail is a must-do here. It's afternoon now. Why don't we go see if we can check into the lodge? On this trip, we're staying in the Sunrise Building. The Sunrise Building is on one side of the lodge near Sunrise Point. Alternatively, there's the Sunset Building, which is near Sunset Point. All right, looks like we're in room 108. I would say first impression, nicer room than the Zion Lodge. So as Kristen points out, the main difference that we see here is that there's no AC, whereas the Zion Lodge did have AC. But we're also, you know, at 8,000 feet, 9,000 feet, so you probably won't need it. So another difference that we found between the two lodges is there's actually just a touch of cell service here. We have 1 bar on Verizon, whereas in Zion, there was pretty much no cell signal pretty much anywhere in the park. Maybe a touch at the visitor center, but it was hit and miss. Each room has a balcony. In our case, it's on the ground floor. It's really pretty comfortable, but I imagine that it could be quite cold during the winter. Yes, that is snow on the ground. It's quite the rare sight for those of us from Florida. Now that we're all checked in, let's go check out a couple more popular viewing spots. So, a good place for their sunrise or sunset is Bryce Point or Inspiration Point. People don't tend to think about them because there's always the sunrise stop, but this is a good spot too. I just can't get over how amazing the views are here. This park is a must-do. I just gotta say, it doesn't get much better than this. If you haven't seen a hoodoo before, this park is known for them. They're all the tall rock spires shooting out from the ground in groups. It's like you come out here and you just think this is fake. Like, it couldn't be real, but it's here, it's real. It almost looks like something AI would have generated, but I guarantee you this is what it looks like. So Bryce Point was great. Let's go check out Inspiration Point. All of these points are very close together. In our case, it was a 2-minute drive to hit the other viewing area. There is a bus, but honestly, a car is just so much easier here. The main viewing areas are super accessible too. Pretty much all of them on the way up to Rainbow Point are paved. After a long day of exploring the park, I think a slice of pizza sounds about right. Valhalla Pizza was the only standalone restaurant that we saw in the park. It's kind of interesting in how different states have different laws around alcohol. Beer could be ordered at the counter, but they had to serve it to you at the table 5 feet away, rather than just passing it to you. All in all, the pizza was really good and the beer was quite tasty. It's totally worth it to get the pizza here though, especially if you're staying in the lodge. With that, it's time to call it a night. Good morning! It's another beautiful day here in Bryce Canyon. Let's go check out the rim just behind the lodge. So Sunrise Point really is pretty nice, and it's really convenient to the lodge. It was just about a 5-minute walk. Now, grant you that walk is all pretty much uphill, but it's still pretty close and beats trying to find parking. So I think from here, maybe we'll head down the rim trail over to Sunset Point and see what that looks like. That's kind of like on the other side of the lodge, so it shouldn't be too far of a walk. It doesn't get much better than this. So if you look all the way just down there, you can actually see the hiking trail winding back and forth. So the trail goes all the way around down there and back up on the other side. You'll notice as we walk along the trail, there's lots of park benches. Great for viewing the canyon. If you come out at night to stargaze, this is a dark sky park. That's a great place to stay too. Just imagine a night full of stars here. It's totally worth it to go down into the canyon. Some of the best spots aren't at the top. All right, we're heading down. Gotta head down into the canyon just a little bit while we're here, right? The trails are hard-packed dirt. I can imagine they'd be pretty slippery if they were wet or icy. All right, trail we really want to do is Wall Street. It's right here. Unfortunately, it looks like Wall Street's still closed for the winter, but I hear that's a must-do. Since Wall Street's closed, I think we're going to go check out where this tunnel up here goes. Whoa, this is cool. You get this killer view just on the other side of this. You just peer into the whole other canyon, other side of the canyon. Yeah, that's awesome. Gotta come check that out. The tricky thing here is you always have to remember, you have to walk back out all this distance you go down. And with that, we say goodbye to Bryce Canyon. We'll catch you next time.